If you realized you might be in clarity gap, do not rebrand your entire business tomorrow. Do not delete your website and just don't burn everything down. I know it feels like that's what you need to do, but most clarity gaps are not identity crises. They're actually just structural leaks. And today I'm going to show you how to fix them without having to start all over. So grab your cup of whatever's keeping you grounded and let's dive in. Welcome to Heart Led CEO, the podcast for women wellness entrepreneurs who are ready to build, scale, and automate their businesses without sacrificing their soul, sanity, or authenticity. I'm Anna Connie Walters, a nurse turned entrepreneur, military spouse, first-time mama in my 40s, and a recovering burnout survivor who's making it a mission to help heart-led women just like you create thriving businesses that really feel good, do good, and give you the freedom that we all deserve. Because here's the thing, you don't have to hustle harder to succeed. You don't have to drown in tech overwhelm or try to do everything alone. And I'm here to give you the strategies, automation tools, and mindset shifts that will help you step fully into that leader, CEO, and impact maker that you are meant to be. If you're ready to grow your business in a way that aligns with your values and your life, you are in the right place. Let's get into today's episode. Hello, my beautiful friend. Welcome back to another episode. If you're new to this podcast, we usually start with just a grounding exercise. And I want you to close your eyes, bring your hand to your belly, another one to your heart. Inhale through your nose, expanding that beautiful belly, bringing that breath into your chest and your ribs, shoulders up, back and down as you slowly exhale, letting your top hand lower first from your chest, then your ribs, and then feeling that bottom hand start to come back into your inner spine as you give yourself that internal hug. Take one more full breath here. Open your eyes, smile. Beautiful. So, last episode, episode 40, I gave you 5 of the 12 signs that you might be stuck in a clarity gap. And if one of those hit, okay, good. That means that you are now aware. And what do I always tell you? Awareness is power. So, what do we do now? We now repair, because clarity is not something that you find, contrary to what some people believe. It is something that you decide and then you reinforce. So, and you repair in just 3 places, not 12, just 3. And we're going to go over those today. So the 3 repairs that we're going to be focusing on today is we are repairing, number 1, your position, number 2, your priority, and number 3, your path. And if you can fix these 3, your messaging will immediately stabilize. So let's get going, because I know time is precious. We're going to go through all of these one by one. So if you're listening in your car, stay safe, come back to this, and we are going to make magic happen. All right. So repair number 1, what you are known for is the position. That is the number 1 repair. So if you struggle to explain what you do, if you sound different in terms of how you explain what you do, depending on who you're talking to, then that position that you're placing yourself is too wide. Now, I am a multi-passionate entrepreneur. I know that there are a lot multi-passionate entrepreneurs struggling here in this space. Military entrepreneurs struggle here because our lives shift super fast. I've been on so many moves where they've literally only given us 45 days to pack our stuff and get going. So that messes with our psyche and it bleeds into our businesses because we are used to that constant pivot and that fight or flight positioning, and it can affect sometimes how we position ourselves in our business. If you're neurodivergent and you are a business owner, sometimes we struggle here because we see multiple lanes at once. Our brains are fast moving, and a lot of other people sometimes just can't keep up with us, even though in our mind it makes sense and we think that they should. I talked about it in the last episode how I struggled with this for a really long time, and it was the first thing that I wish I would have really took to heart what people were telling me and made the change quicker, because I think it would have saved me just so much time struggling with a lot of the downside of my entrepreneurial journey. And here's the repair. And you may or may not like it. Keep an open mind. Put your possibility scarf on. Choose one primary result you want to be known for in this season. Again, this doesn't have to be forever. It is not the only thing that you will be known for, but this season, whatever that is for you in your life, you need to have one really clear one that you want to go all in with. And you need to be able to say it very clearly. I help your specific audience achieve some type of specific primary result, not 10 results, one. And then you can evolve later, especially if you're new to your business. You really want to hone that in. And I had a coach that I follow say it really beautiful that just something about it clicked, where they were like, I have thousands of ideas for my business and offers, but I make myself stick to one. Once I validate it and I know it's a good one, I scale it to at least six figures before I move on to the next thing. And that just made so much sense to me in my head. And maybe that might make sense to you, but you must anchor now, because authority requires positioning. And those of you who may not have heard the last episode, and I've said it in other episodes, I had one business that I started. It was a stand-up paddleboard fitness business, and I tried to fit everything under that one business, and it really slowed my progression and my success, because people had no idea what it was that I actually did, because I was trying to put stand-up paddleboarding and self-love and essential oils and baby and me yoga and all of these other things, when it really, the way it was branded, should have never evolved beyond just up stand-up paddleboarding. It has evolved, but within its own niche and business. So that makes a big difference. Repair number two, which is the priority, what you are leading with. If everything feels equally important, then nothing is going to actually get worked on and nothing is going to convert. The repair for this one is choosing one front door. You have to focus on one offer, one lead magnet, and one thing that you are directing traffic to, even if it's just every 30 days. So if you're multi-passionate, you're very clear on your position, then number two can sometimes get us hung up, because we feel that now we have the power and the drive, and I know who I'm talking to. I know what I do. I can explain it to anybody standing in the street, no problem. I don't get tongue-tied in my own words or in my own mind. It's clear what I do and who I serve, and I'm just going to give them every single thing that I got. That confuses people. What we need to do is really do it in a cadence. For some people, they do it the same one offer, one lead magnet to direct their traffic to for an entire quarter, like quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. Some people do it bi-monthly and some people do it monthly. It just depends on where you are in your business and what your overall goal is. What's your financial goal for the whole year? And then dividing up to make that much money. What do you have to do throughout the year? And then you can kind of figure out where your lunches need to be, how your master classes. I've scheduled out my entire year, and every month is focused on one specific offer, and I only have 3 for the entire business. It has alleviated so much stress and headache for me, because I no longer am like, what is that okay, what exactly was involved? How much was this? I was just like, Oh my gosh, I can't even keep up with my offers. When I really was like, let go, take a deep breath. It was very hard. I'm not going to lie that it's easy to put yourself into this box for 30 days, but it makes such a big difference. And I really started to see that with how much money revenue is coming into the business. And that is really it. It is really that simple. You are allowed, again, to have multiple offers. I'm not saying to not have them, but you market one at a time. Clarity is a thing to me. I can see it. It's a physical thing to me. And what does clarity love? Clarity loves hierarchy. It loves equality. So you just need to pick your hierarchy and figure out based on your planning whether you do it quarterly, bi-quarterly, or annually. If you're one of those month to month, hey, it's okay, but know that you will have so much less stress on yourself when you can do it more in advance. Repair number 3, that's your path. What happens after they engage? And when I say they, I mean your dream people, your dream clients, the people you're trying to help. If people resonate with whatever it is you're putting out, a blog, a YouTube video, a social media post, and they don't move forward in your ecosystem, then that's usually something to indicate that your path in the customer's journey is unclear. And you need to ask yourself, when someone reads my content, listens to my content, watches my content, what do I want them to do next? Do I want them to comment? Do I want them to DM me? Do I want them to actually download something? Do I want them to click on a link? Do I want them to actually book something with me? If you don't decide the next step before you start creating, your content becomes inspirational instead of directional. And inspiration is nice. I love it. I love to be empowering and get all the good vibes. Those tend to be like you get a lot of likes and maybe some comments. But guess what? Directionally, it sucks. And it does not help you build your business. It does not help you get new leads, and it does not help you pay no bills. Every single thing that you put out needs some form of next step. And when I say step, notice that I didn't put an S at the end of that. It is one step, my beautiful friend, not 5. You do not want to be like, you can comment here and then you can, go to my website at this thing and then you can join this and then you can, and then if you don't want to do that, I'm also having this. No, it's okay to have all of those at a different part in your back end. Once they get into your system, they said yes to the one thing that you had them agree to, and then you give them another thing. It doesn't have to be the same thing, obviously. And that's how you get your 5 things in, but one at a time. You have to have that cadence and that breath between the steps to give your clients or your dream people the opportunity to say yes. And you do not give them additional doors until they say that first yes. And then you give them the next step. And then you give them the next step. Each time they say yes to you. If in the last episode, episode 40, you identified your gap, now you know how to repair it, position, priority, and path, and that's it. You do not need a new logo or a clearer decision-making hat. I call them crowns. You do not need, most likely, an entirely new website. You might need to adjust the wording, the copy, but not everything has to go. And if you haven't grabbed the full list of the 12 clarity gap signs yet, you can go to my Instagram at EmpowerHERWave, comment the word 12, TWELVE, on any of my recent posts, and I will send you the full checklist so that you can diagnose yourself properly. There is no opt-in, there's no landing page you got to go through. You will get it directly as soon as you comment before you waste valuable time, which is not what I want you to do, my beautiful friend. I won't want you to waste your time guessing on what these things could be. I just want you to go ahead and get the list. It's completely free so that you don't waste time, because clarity does compound over time. And again, it is not dramatic. Clarity, think of it, picture it as like an actual, give it a name, a person, a persona, and get to know it. It isn't dramatic, it is deliberate. Okay. And that is what I want you to hopefully take away from today. I hope this helped, especially if you listened to the last episode and were like, okay, now what do I do? This should help you get to that next step. As always, continue to be you, continue to be beautiful, continue leading from your heart. You are doing an amazing job. Know that you are doing your best, and that, my friend, is always enough. I will catch you in the next episode. All right, beautiful. That's a wrap on today's episode. But before you go, let's talk about something really important. You are not just another entrepreneur trying to figure things out alone. You are a wave leader, someone whose work is meant to create real impact, touch the lives of others, and make this world better. And I want you to know you don't have to do it alone. If today's conversation resonated with you, I'd love to keep this energy going inside of my free Facebook community, EmpowerHER Biz Collective. It's where we take these conversations deeper with live trainings, tech walkthroughs, and real heart-centered support from other women wellness entrepreneurs who really get it. So if you're ready for community, clarity, and support as you build your own business with heart and ease, I'd invite you to come and join us. You'll find the link in the show notes. And hey, if you loved today's episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a review if you feel inclined, and share this with a fellow heart-led women entrepreneur so that we can build this movement together. Until next time, keep leading with heart.